Have you ever wondered what it would be like if trees could talk?
I mean, I already have trouble understanding humans. Can you imagine trying to decipher tree speak?
Yeah, but think about it, a tree telling you it's feeling a little stumped today, or asking you to leave it alone.
I can't even fathom a tree with a voice. It would sound like Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Maybe the trees could have their own language, branching out into different dialects.
And they could use acorns as currency, making it rain with their tree money.
It would be the ultimate arboreal society, but I think we'd need to build a lot of tree houses to accommodate them.
Good thing we have the technology to create, would you believe it, sustainable housing options.
I can't wait for the day when we can have conversations with our leafy friends, just to barking up the right tree.
But if the trees ever decide to turn against us, we'll be rooted in trouble.
Oh no. We'll have to branch out and find a new place to live. But at least we'll always have our memories of the good times we shared with our barky buddies.
Yes, we'll reminisce about the time we had a picnic and the trees provided the shade, or the time we swung on the tire swing hanging from a sturdy branch.
And we can always come back and visit, but we'll have to be careful not to get caught up in the tree drama.
Yes, we don't want to be caught in the middle of a tree argument. That could be a real sticky situation.
Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. For now, let's just enjoy the thought of talking trees and the endless possibilities that come with it.
Agreed. Who knows what other surprises nature has in store for us? Maybe one day we'll even be able to talk to rocks.
Now that's just ridiculous, rocks can't talk.
I know, I was just trying to rock your world.
Did you hear about the man who stole a calendar?
No, what happened?
He got 12 months.
That's ridiculous. Speaking of stealing, did you see that episode of Friends, where Ross steals a sandwich from his boss?
Yeah, I did. I bet that sandwich was worth its weight in gold.
Ha, it must have been a pretty amazing sandwich. But you know what's even more amazing? The fact that people pay big bucks for bottled water.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, why buy water when you can just drink from a hose?
I don't know about you, but I prefer my water without a side of lead poisoning. Speaking of dangerous things, did you hear about the guy who tried to catch a falling star?
No, what happened to him?
He fell and broke his butt.
Well, I guess that's one way to get a shooting star.
I guess so. But you know what they say, if at first you don't succeed, skydiving is not for you.
That's a good one. But seriously, who comes up with these sayings?
Beats me. Maybe it's the same person who thought it was a good idea to make a Sharknado movie.
Hey, those movies are a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah, me too. But you have to admit, they're pretty ridiculous.
Absolutely. But sometimes, you just need to suspend your disbelief and enjoy the absurdity.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Hey, did you hear about the new restaurant that only serves cold food?
No, I haven't. What's it called? The Frozen Diner?
Actually, it's called Chill Out Cafe.
Well, I hope they don't serve ice cream. That would be too chill.
Yeah, and their signature dish is a frozen pizza. They even have a brain freeze challenge where you have to eat it in under a minute.
That sounds ridiculous. Who would want to eat a frozen pizza?
I don't know, but apparently, it's become quite the hotspot for penguins and polar bears.
Ha, I bet they love the ambience. I can just picture it now, an ice sculpture of Beyoncé in the corner, and a waiter wearing a penguin suit.
Actually, I heard they have a strict dress code. You have to wear a parka and snow boots to enter.
Well, that's just too cool for school. Maybe we should check it out. I'm dying to see if their drinks are served on the rocks.
Good idea. We could even bring a cooler with us to take home some leftovers.
Now, that's using your head. Let's go freeze our brains at Chill Out Cafe.
Sounds like a plan. We'll have to make sure to bundle up, though. I don't want to catch a cold from eating cold food.
Yeah, that would be a chilling experience. But hey, at least we'll have a cool story to tell.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe we'll even get to meet the owner, Mr. Freeze.
Ha! Or his arch-nemesis, Batman. I heard he loves a good cold-cut sandwich.
Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We don't want to get iced out of the place.
You're right. We'll just have to play it cool and hope for the best.
That's the spirit. Let's get our chill on. Have you heard of the new diet that's all the rage? It's called the air diet.
What's that? Do you just eat air?
Exactly. You eat absolutely nothing, just breathe in air for all your meals.
Well, I guess that's one way to lose weight.
Yeah, but the downside is you might end up being so light that you get blown away by a strong gust of wind.
Or worse, you might become so transparent that people mistake you for a ghost.
Ha! Imagine that. Hey, look, it's Casper the Friendly Deater.
I heard some people even take it to the extreme and only breathe in the air from the highest mountain peaks. They call it the Everest diet.
That's ridiculous. Next thing you know, people will be drinking only cloud water and calling it the Nimbus beverage.
Well, at least with that diet, you won't have to worry about counting calories. You can just say, I'm on a Cloud9 diet.
And if you're feeling really fancy, you can add a little sprinkle of stardust for some extra flavor.
I don't know about that, stardust might make you too heavenly for this world.
You're right, we wouldn't want to start a new trend of people ascending to the heavens. It would be like the rapture, but for dieters.
Exactly. And with everyone disappearing, the only thing left on Earth would be empty plates and bowls. They could call it the empty plate apocalypse.
Well, I guess I'll stick to my regular diet of solid food. But if I ever feel like changing it up, I'll be sure to give the air diet a try.
Just be careful, you might end up blowing away in the wind before you finish your meal.
Have you heard about the new restaurant that serves food in complete darkness?
Oh, you mean the Pitch Black Cafe? I heard their menu is in Braille.
How do you even know what's on the menu then?
You have to use your sense of touch, of course. It's like playing Guess the Food with your tongue.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Speaking of recipes, did you hear about the chef who got arrested for beating an egg?
No, I haven't. What happened?
He whisked himself away before the cops could catch him.
You're such a comedian.
I try. But seriously, have you seen that new superhero movie?
Oh, yeah, the one with the guy who can talk to squirrels?
Yeah, he's a real nut job. But I hear he's the only one who can save the city from the evil tree huggers.
You're ridiculous.
Thanks, I try my best. Speaking of ridiculous, have you ever tried milk and orange juice mixed together?
Ew. No. That sounds disgusting.
That's because it's utterly ridiculous.
I should have seen that coming.
Hey, at least I didn't make any cheesy jokes.
Are you sure about that?
Of course. I'm a man of my word. And if you don't believe me, I'll give you $1,000.
Really? You'd give me $1,000 just for not making a cheesy joke?
No way. That was a joke in itself. But seriously, let's go try that restaurant sometime.
I don't know, I'm not sure I'm ready for the sensory overload.
Don't worry, I'll be your seeing eye dog. We'll make it through together.
Did you hear about the new restaurant that opened up down the street?
No, what's so special about it?
They serve only cheeseburgers with a side of pickles.
Wow, that sounds so gourmet. I bet they even have a Michelin tire rating.
Ha! I bet they're using a cow as their mascot. And instead of napkins, they just give you a cowbell to ring when you need something.
And when you finish your meal, they make you do the moo dance to earn your dessert.
Speaking of desserts, I heard they have a milkshake that's so thick, you have to use a jackhammer to drink it.
Sounds like they're milking it for all it's worth. But I hope they don't try to butter us up with their cheesy marketing tactics.
Agreed. We should stick to our usual hangout spot, where the burgers are real and the jokes are even cheesier.
Yeah, and the fries there are always cooked to perfection. We don't need any gimmicks or absurd menus to enjoy a good meal.
Exactly. Plus, they don't make us dance like farm animals to earn our food.
Unless we want to, of course.
True, we can always do the chicken dance for fun. But let's save the cowbell ringing for when we're at a rodeo.
Agreed. And speaking of rodeos, did you hear about that cowboy who tried to lasso a tornado?
No, but I'm sure it didn't end well.
Let's just say he got caught up in the whirlwind of excitement.
Sounds like he really went for a spin. But let's stick to our usual hangout spot, where the only thing spinning is the record on the jukebox.
Good idea. We don't want to get caught up in any more absurd situations today.
Did you hear about the new restaurant that opened up down the street?
No, what's so special about it?
Well, it's called the Kitchen Sink, and they literally serve everything but the kitchen sink.
Oh wow, how creative. I bet they also have a dish called the bathroom mirror, where they serve you a reflection of yourself.
Ha! Or maybe the living room sofa, where they bring you a dish that's so comfortable, you'll want to sit on it for hours.
How about the bedroom closet, where they serve you a dish that's always hiding something?
I wouldn't be surprised if they also have a dessert called the laundry basket, where they give you a basket of clothes to fold while you eat.
Okay, enough with the puns. Let's just hope they don't have a dish called the toilet bowl.
Oh, come on. Knowing this place, they'd probably serve it in a plunger-shaped bowl.
That's just gross. I don't think I want to eat there anymore.
Relax, I'm sure they have some normal dishes too. Plus, think of all the Instagram-worthy photos we could take with those crazy dishes.
I guess you have a point there. But if I end up with a dish that's too absurd, I'm blaming you.
Deal. And if they have a dish called the Twitter trending topic, we have to order it.
Why would they have that?
I don't know, but it sounds like it would be trending on social media. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be a bird?
Yeah, sure. Flying around, eating worms, pooping on people's cars. Sounds like a dream come true.
But think about it, you'd have a bird's eye view of everything.
Except for the fact that you'd have a bird brain. Can you imagine trying to remember where you left your nest or which tree you hid your nuts in?
Okay, but what about the freedom to travel anywhere you want?
And get caught in a gust of wind and end up in a cat's mouth? No thanks.
Fine, I guess being a bird isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, sometimes the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Speaking of which, did you see that episode of The Office where they had a grass growing contest?
Yeah, that was hilarious. I bet if we had a contest like that, we could really spread our wings.
Or we could just flock off and find something better to do.
Oh come on, don't be such a party pooper. We could make it a real feather ruffling competition.
I don't know, I don't want to be caught in a flap. Maybe we could just watch Angry Birds instead.
Oh, yeah, I love that movie. We could have a bird's eye view of their crazy adventures.
And see how they deal with all those pigtailed villains. They always find a way to wing it.
I see what you did there. Let's grab some popcorn and tweet about it.
Sounds like a plan. Let's just hope we don't get bird-brained and forget about the time. We wouldn't want to be late for our jobs at the nest-making factory.
Right, we can't just fly the coop on our responsibilities. Let's feather our caps and get going.
Agreed. And who knows, maybe we'll even find some inspiration for our grass-growing contest.